money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, huh?
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. Oh, he goes up top, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
We play to win. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. And that's complete to Adams. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
First down, Green Bay.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 0-0-0. Patch it. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Switch. Rush in.
Now Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Blue 58. Coming to you.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Jones. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down.
Check. Pilot, 64, weak.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 30 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Alert.
Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Tremont Williams there to break that one up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check the out, check the out, check the out. Mike 42. First left. Switch up.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Strong left. Hey. Still got 4 down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And Wilson has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Carson. The star at nearby UW, Kevin King on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and wide.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Running right, Jones. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
No. 319. 49. Push him back. Push him back. Check. Right. SOS. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Under 10. 10.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
93's the money. So we got man. He's coming. We got double up. Push left. Undercross.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
14, buddy. Alert. 12.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Go. 35.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Run left. 35.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
This is Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.